Hey guys, we're doing this a little bit different today. Outside, on the hood of my car, this is the X252 from XK, and this one was sent to me courtesy of GearBest.com. Excited about this one. It's like a FPV starter quad. Let's get inside the box. And this box is pretty sweet. Comes with a nice styrofoam insert. So on top of the box, you're gonna find your quad, micro SD card reader, and an antenna. This is the black version. It also comes in a white version. What else do we have in our box? Our instruction manual, and this looks like a pretty legit instruction manual. We'll want to peruse that. You have a battery, and this is sort of like a proprietary battery connection. So that's a little bit disappointing, but not a big deal. We have a goodie bag, and inside the goodie bag, it looks like we have a full set of props, a tiny little screwdriver, and a charging cable, and I believe that's going to be for your FPV monitor. Speaking of the FPV monitor, here it is. Looks like your standard little FPV monitor that comes with these. You got a balance charger, and this one does in fact come with a Euro plug. So that's definitely disappointing for us in the US. Easy enough to get an adapter, but if you're gonna be selling things in the US, you probably wanna have the US plug. And then the last thing inside the box is our transmitter. And this is a nice, hefty, definitely hobby grade style transmitter. Feels very good in your hands. Definitely a lot of beef and higher end on this transmitter. Got a little dial here, that's interesting. You can easily put everything back inside the box and transport the quad around, so that's a nice feature. You might want to hold on to this box. I'm not going to chuck this one like I normally chuck them. So let's get the quad out. And this one is definitely a nice little design. I like this one. It's got kind of like two little eyes here, and it's got your camera. It looks like there's a SD card slot down here. There is in fact, and this is going to come with a 4 gig micro SD card, so that's nice. Seems like it's got some weight to it. Gonna be able to withstand some crashes. In theory, we'll definitely test that. You all know me. Are they kidding me right now? I don't even know if that's like a legit fire or there's some sort of event going on at the fire station over here. Whatever. This is good for the audio. Okay, I think we can continue. So this one does have brushless motors, and that's gonna give you more power than your standard toy grade quadcopter. So your battery is gonna fit in down here. Looks like it's just gonna kind of slide in. I'm not sure if there's any sort of on-off switch with this one. I don't see one. Not a huge fan of this charging method. It's like you gotta slip this thing in here and then slip this end in the balance charger, and it's got the Euro plug, and you know, why don't we just, if you're gonna have a proprietary battery, I don't think you should have like an adapter for your charger. We'll turn our transmitter on. I don't know why it's beeping. Oh, I think that's what it was. Stick's gotta be at the bottom. Makes sense. Okay, so this is gonna be our maiden flight of the XK 252. See how it goes. So we do have picture. Pretty nice picture, it looks like. So let's see. Armed. So both sticks down and in are gonna arm it. And we'll go up a little bit. Probably don't have a whole lot of battery. Let's see if we're drifting a little bit here. And now we should be recording in our camera. And so it kind of seems a little docile in whatever mode it's in. It's got some nice LEDs on the front there. Seems to kind of want to go forward. But there is a decent wind out today, so maybe it's just getting blown around in the wind. Not exactly sure. Seems like it can move. Oh yeah. It's definitely got some kick to it. Doesn't seem to have any problems fighting the wind. It's not a terrible wind, but it's a bit of a wind. So let's slow it down a little bit. We are recording. It looks like it's got a nice picture too from the screen here. Let's see if we can go up a little bit. Shoot the area. Come back this way. And shooting me. See a little bit of the props in the picture there. It's a nice little flyer. It's pretty quiet too for being brushless. So that's nice. If you've got a decent sized backyard or something like that, you can fly this around without disturbing your neighbors too much. And it's got the nice LEDs on the front. So that's cool. You can definitely tell whether you're coming or going. So I'm just gonna leave this kind of flying around in this rate here. The stock rate. I believe there's a 3D inverted mode with this, and you can do some other things with this one, but for now I'm just gonna kind of fly it around real gentle. I am liking this so far. Definitely not a bad way to get into FPV. Although I am flying mostly line of sight here, but it does seem to kind of want to go forward. Haven't really trimmed it out, so you might be able to trim it out so you get a nice hover out of it, but this is just a maiden flight of this one, so don't want to really test it too much here. I think this one had an advertised range of like 300 meters, so that's kind of interesting. Oop. And I think my battery's gone. So that wasn't the best landing you could possibly have. Let's stop our video. The video switch is a little strange on this one. It's kind of like push it in and it does its thing. So definitely not the best crash. It looks like you're getting an LVC warning. I'm sorry, definitely not the best landing. So it was kind of like a crash, but not really. Didn't notice that I was getting the LVC warning. Looks like these little back LEDs on these back arms here flash. So you would think maybe the front lights would flash or something like that because they're a lot more noticeable. But it's the back two that flash on this one. So hard landing, but it doesn't seem any worse for the wear. Just got a few little dust marks on it. And hopefully our video file recorded. I definitely like this. It looks like it's got a nice camera on the front of this here. You get a little bit of props in it, but not too bad. So I feel like this was a fairly successful maiden flight of the XK X252. That's all for today, guys, with the X252 from XK, courtesy of GearBest.com. Thanks to GearBest for sending me this one for review. Gonna come back with a full review of this one and plenty of other quad reviews in the future, so make sure you subscribe. Like this video if you enjoyed it, and if I missed anything or if you have any questions at all, hit me up in the comments below. I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, try not to crash and burn, and happy flying, everybody. What? I like this little guy. I kinda like this little guy so far. It's got the sweet little eyeballs on it. big fan of that. I like it. Normally I try to get some product shots of this before I fly it around and crash it, but I neglected to do that today, so this one's gonna be a little scuffed up.